Have you ever noticed the teamwork that takes place around a work site when the chainsaw fires up? Everyone wants to help, and it seems that supervisors and onlookers all want everyone doing something immediately to get the job done. This has been the storm cleanup scenario for many years. Get her done. I can remember watching and listening to Soren Eriksson years ago at logging operations. He was a master at watching how equipment and ground workers operate in production situations and be able to increase their productivity and function in short order. He used to count how many times the wheels on the machine rolled backwards and not forward. He would discuss the steps taken up and down the tree, limbing and bucking of the logs. Sometimes you can slow down to increase productivity and maintain safety, he would say. They need to cool down this operation, locate the bottleneck, and back up from there. You can quickly figure out where production is being lost and safety is being compromised. I have noticed the same is true with storm debris cleanup. I've observed some crews that put as many saws running as possible when they hit the storm site. Others have a saw or two running and 3 or 4 or 5 people running back and forth with limbs and wood pieces to clear the area. Most of the time, the saw operator can't even watch the cut he or she is making. They have to constantly be looking where the pullers and other equipment is located in their work area. Equipment is used to lift or hold the trunk or limb material for the saw operator to cut it without binding. The job gets done, but can it be improved for safety and productivity? Let's think through the players and the processes. Equipment on the ground. What is the job of a skid steer or backhoe in the cleanup operation? What is its design advantage in the process? The equipment is designed to move or remove material from the site to a staging area, a chipper, or haul truck. The equipment's purpose is not to hold limbs and logs. If so, it is an expensive wedge. I may be proven wrong, but I haven't seen an operator's manual for this type of equipment to date that states that anyone should be on the ground next to it while it's operating. Chippers at the site, along with haul trucks, should be positioned to minimize worksite loading effort and not cause extra work or bottlenecks. Placing a chipper or haul truck in the wrong position makes those backtracks and reverse roll counts go higher. You don't want pullers walking around debris or objects, nor changing directions with limbs, etc., to deliver them to the chipper. And so the same with the truck or staging pile. The chainsaw operator is the key element in debris cleanup after storms. If the chainsaw operator is trained properly, he or she doesn't need large equipment or limb pullers to do their job. Equipped with a chainsaw of proper size and sharpness, a wedge, and a hammer or axe, the sawyer can make small pieces of a tree in short order. It's not necessary to have debris pullers holding limbs or clearing areas around a work site while the chainsaw operator is cutting. A 6-foot chainsaw operator with a 20-inch saw can fall and cut someone 11 feet away in the work area. Give adequate time and distance in the work area. It's just too much for a chainsaw operator to have to concentrate on pressures, binds, rolls, and movements while having to constantly be monitoring people and machines in the area. Brush pullers and swampers, these people are hard workers in the operation of cleanup. These tasks are so important to moving the smaller material from the site to the staging area. Their efficiency relies on the chainsaw operator to size the material properly and reduce the weight factors for easy handling. These workers are not there to hold material for the saw operator, nor are they assistants for releasing stuck saws. Their function is clean up, what they do best. We've outlined the players. Now what should the playbook look like? The site layout is going to be the changing factor or variable at every storm site. Some sites will be so small, the larger equipment and chipper will be limited in ideal location or utility. Some storm debris will be small and scattered. Some will be large trees and stacked in multiple piles. Some will be combinations of. Sometimes a tractor or skid steer can be unloaded and open the area or pull the trees off the trail or roadway, and the chainsaw operations can take place at another time. Often the chainsaw operations must section the trees for the equipment to move them because of area logistics and or too much weight and length. Sometimes pullers can simply drag the debris from the site to a staging area without large equipment or chainsaw operations. In timing the phases, slow down or cooling down the planned work at a storm site can mean more efficiency and productivity. How can we do this in the situation where there are multiple trees or a large tree, massive debris piles? The objective is to clean up the mess and or get the road open for traffic or access. To time the process in our planning is the way to achieve maximum productivity without sacrificing safety. Timing doesn't mean to stopwatch the process, although that may be a great way to fine-tune the process eventually. It simply means to separate the workers to allow them to do their individual tasks, to do them efficiently and safely. Separation may be 2 minutes, half a tree, it may be 2 trees, or it may even mean 2 days. If everything is ideal, it would render something like this in planning. It is imperative to maximize this plan to train the players adequately. Shoddy equipment, operations, and or maintenance will prove to break down the efficiency of the plan for sure. First, an operator of equipment, a chainsaw operator, and a puller team must approach the storm debris site and thoroughly assess the area. First for safety and hazards, and then this may be the job of the experienced supervisor or safety leader planner that has extensive knowledge of the team's work skills and equipment. Any power line situations are addressed by electric authorities before entering work. Number 2 is equipment would be staged and an approach plan should be laid out. This may be solely a chainsaw, haul truck, and or chipper. It may be large equipment first. Third, chainsaw operators then select the starting points, taking into consideration the ability of the pullers, chipper, and haul size capabilities. They begin the cutting and limb processing, maximizing the knowledge of proper length and weight. Only 1 saw per work zone until the work is stabilized. Rollover capabilities are neutralized. It is preferred to work from the butt to the tip of the tree to lower higher limbs and stay clear of limb debris. This always leaves an open retreat and limbs out of the way. 4, once the chainsaw operations have created distance from the designated staging area and or chipper, the pullers can commence to move the limbs and smaller logs to the planned areas or equipment. And 5th, the larger logs and debris can then be moved by the skid steer and backhoe to the appropriate staging area. Steps 4 and 5 may be reversed according to the site and debris locations. It looks busy when everyone is standing or moving around the saw operator, but having everyone doing what they are designed to do without waiting increases the safety, productivity, and gets the job done much quicker. Slow down and safely speed up your cleanup operations.
So delivering excellence in tree care, Georgia Tree Masters. Who do we have here?
Sir, I'm Jeremy Osteen. I am one of the 3 owners of this company. Also, I'm out here on the crew every day. I'm a climber. I do all the climbing, for Georgia Tree Masters, and also a lot of the sawing. We got Justin Kelly here.
I'm the second climber, sometimes groundsman.
I am Jackson Lowe. I'm a groundsman.
Awesome. And so you handle everything from maintenance to pruning to removals, and you do a heck of a job cleaning up. I can see that.
Yes, sir. The cleanup is the most important part. Job making the customer happy. You can do a whole job sometimes and do everything safely, and the customers don't see that. What they see at the end is the mess you leave or don't leave.
Absolutely. Well, thank y'all. You've done an awesome job.
Thank you.
Georgia
Sir.
Tree Masters.
Thank you. But that's definitely what we always try to do. At first, we come out, we look at the job, I explain to them what's going on, and then that's the main part. Like, once you get everything set up, the job goes a lot faster. Sometimes it takes an hour to get a job started, but once you get started, the job runs smoother. When you got your plan, the best plan, your job will go a lot smoother and a lot quicker.
And it's important that everybody knows that plan on the crew.
It does. Everybody needs to know, what I'm about to do. Like today, before I took that tree down, everybody knew every step before I was going to do it. And also, we got these Cena communication devices, and that helps out a lot too. I was talking to Justin the whole time when he was pulling that tree. I was making sure he wasn't putting too much pressure before I released that, at the end. I was telling him, hey, don't put the pressure on the tree until I cut that, the back strap off.